And guess what happens when you hit the chips? This will be a 617. Good gosh, we did not get a hit. That's what happens. Guys, that's why I don't like playing the pass line too. When you got chips right there and it hits the chips, man, 90% of the time it's going to hit them chips and go to a 7. Okay. Hey guys, this is a low budget strategy, less than 500 bucks of worth of play. You can play this system for $500 or less. I've been getting a lot of comments saying, I see you play a little bit more aggressive strategies. What's something that I can play with, $300 to a $500 bankroll and still be able to make money or survive at the table amongst a lot of the bad rolls? Where I feel like if you're really looking for that way to play, something small, this is a good way to do it. This is going to be a low budget drawdown system. If you've heard of the word drawdown and craps, go ahead and hit that like button for me, because this probably may not be new to you, but for a $500 bankroll, this could really work, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start off our bets with a $66 inside. The $66 is a really common bet, but don't get scared, because I know people say, well, 66 is still a lot of money for me. But watch what happens when you do play this bet, okay? Now, we're going to wait for the point to get established. Our bets they're not on right now. Let's just say it's on the inside. It doesn't matter what it is. Let's call it the 9. Once you place your bets at $66 on the inside, remember, there's 18 ways, 18 combinations of these rolls. That's 50% chance. You have a 50% chance right now of getting an inside bet, okay? So any of these bets, the 5 and 9 are at $15. The 6 and 8 are at $18. Any of these bets will pay $21. Remember, your initial spread is 66. If you get an inside hit, okay, that's going to pay you $21. Let's just say it's on the 5, okay? If it's on the 5, it will pay you $21. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to draw this thing down. So we're going to make everything look like $12 or $10 on each bet, okay? That's what this looks like. So now, if you look here, I have $10 on the 5 and 9, and I have $12 on the 6 and 8. And remember, our initial bet was 66. We now have $44 of our initial investment at risk. And if you look here, that's 25, that's 35, $43. Okay, so at this point in time, you can do anything you want to. You could do a simple half press. You could do a full press collect. You can spread out to the 4 and 10, or you can say, you know what? I just want to start collecting money. That's totally up to you on how risky or how much you want to invest your money back into the bet. Now, let's just say you got a 5. At this point in time, any of these bets will pay you $14. Remember, there are 18 ways to roll these dice, right? That means there are 50% chance. But there's times where a 4 will hit, a 10 will hit, a horn number will hit, where it's not one of these inside bets. I would suggest doing a collect and then press type pattern. So for the 5, let's just say it pays me $14, or let's call it 15 for 1, just like that. This is going to be money going back to your rack. Remember, you're not always going to get to an inside bet or even the drawdown. There's so many times you may not get this hit. So you want to make sure you're putting some money back into your rack to get set up for the next shooter. Now, if that 5 hits again, it would pay you 15 for 1. Now you can press that thing up to a quarter, because now that's a $25 bet, and you can start making a little bit more juice out of it. But I would always suggest, after you draw down, go ahead and collect 1 or 2, or in this case, you could collect 1 for each number. Now, if the 6 hit, I would go ahead and collect that. That'll pay you $14. If it hits again, remember, you've already collected that money. If it hits again, you can go all the way up, or again, it'll pay you $14. You can say, you know what, half press it, or it's something you can go up to a $24 bet, and then you can hit again, collect, press. I would do a sequence like that. You can spread out to the 4 and 10 anytime you want to, but I would make sure you start getting a bankroll or into profit before that happens, because if you start spreading your money out too early and not collecting anything to your rack, you will start losing money, because there will be times where you do not get that inside hit or get that drawdown like you're looking for. Now, let me show you one more way of playing this. Let's just say you really don't have that kind of money to put out, a big bankroll. Let's show you what I can do at a bubble craps level. Let's just say you're at a bubble craps table playing at $5 levels. we're going to start with this exact same style of going 66 on the inside, but we're going to do 2 hits instead of 1 hit, and this will ensure you have profit going into your rack 100% with bullets left for your next shooter, okay? So what that would look like, again, let's set it back up at $66 on the inside, okay? Again, that'll look just like this right here, okay? 66 on the inside. Now this time it's going to take 2 hits. The first one it took 1 hit. This time it'll take 2 hits, but you're going to guarantee profit into your rack, okay? Now remember, this is for like a bubble crap style video, okay? This is something you don't have to worry about the dealer constantly changing bets for you or whatever you want to do. Again, we're going to go over it one more time. Wait till the point is established. Then you have 66 inside. And these bets will pay you $21. Okay, we're going to draw everything down by 1 level size, okay? So again, now you have $44, just like a while ago. You have $44 on the inside. If you get another hit, it'll pay 15 for 1, okay? 15 for 1, just like that. And now we're going to draw it down one more time. So let's just say we pull all these bets down. This is going to come back to your rack. And now what you're at there is $22 on the inside. You got $5 and $6. And guys, look here. Look at the profit. Again, this is for a very conservative style play. That's 25, 50. That is 60, 70. That's 75. That's $79. Remember, you started with 66. That's $79 back into your rack. You have a $22 bet. You could do whatever you want to. You could even take $2 here, go into the field. And again, this is kind of like an iron cross. I'm not a big fan of the iron cross, but if you do want to get paid on everything at this point in time, you know, if you hit the 4 and 10 on bubble craps, of course, anything, but you would pay $2 in the field. Now, if you would get paid on the 5, the reason why I kind of like the $2 is because remember the 5, the 6, the 8, that'll pay you $7. Okay, it'll pay you 7, but you would lose this $2 here. You replace the $2, and that would go back to your rack. So just a simple way of collecting $5 or a few dollars every time and still trying to get everything covered like you want. All right, guys, what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to start off with a low bankroll. We're going to go at the $500 bankroll. I'm going to do this at 66. I'm going to keep it at the 1-hit regression because bubble craps is fun. A lot of people like bubble craps, but sometimes people don't feel like they're getting involved with the game. So they like playing at the table. So I'm going to keep it at a $10 table and go to the 44 inside. But all right, guys, let's see if we can do some live rolls. Here we go. All right, here we go. So we are starting off with a $500 bankroll. Okay, let's get a point established, and then we'll drop down our money. Okay, let's go and get a couple of dice here. Come on, shooter. All right, it's gonna be the square pair. That's the hard 8. Okay, let's mark the point on the 8. And what we're gonna do is tell the dealer, say 66 on the inside. What you have to do is you have to get up 70. They'll give you some change back. So we'll do 66 on the inside. Okay, so it's gonna go 15, 18. Just like that. Remember, the 6 and 8 will be at $18. They have to be in increments of 6. Okay, you want to try to have your 6 and 8 increments of a 6 because it pays 7 to 6, right? All right, and here we go. Let's go, shooter. And there's going to be the 538. That's perfect. Okay, it's an inside hit. That is our point, by the way. It's going to turn off the point. That's going to pay me $21. Okay, it'll pay me 21. Again, I'm going to draw everything down by 1 level. Okay, make it look like a drawdown. Okay, so now we're at $44. This is all going to come back to my rack. Now I'm at $44 on the inside, and we're ready to roll this thing. Here we go. All right, it's going to be on the 9, the 6, 3. Okay, center field. So now at this point in time, if remember any number that hits, I'm going to collect it, and then I'm going to press it. Okay, here we go. And there's a 6 to 4, 2. Okay, so that's going to pay me $14. Okay, it'll pay me 14. I'm going to collect this. This can go right to my rack. Remember, I'm trying to secure a few bullets for until I get into profit. Then we can start pressing up a little bit. And there's the 8. Okay, perfect. So we're going to call it here. It's going to pay me, again, $14. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call it 15 for 1. Just a little bit of bet here. Call it 15 for 1. Remember, I've hit a 6. I've hit an 8. If I hit either one of these again, then we can start pressing it up. Okay, but I'm collecting as I go. And there's a 9, guys. That's going to be the point. Okay, that's going to pay me, again, 15 for 1. All right, I've collected on everything here so far. This can go back into my rack. Turn the puck off. And here we go. Let's get another point established. And there's an 8, 5, 3. Okay, here we go. Mark the point on the 8. And again, any of these bets other than the 5, I've already collected on. So we can go ahead and start pressing them up again. All right, there you go. There's a 5. I've hit every inside number. That's okay. We'll take it, right? That's going to pay me 15. Oh, it's going to pay me 15 for a 1. I am going to put it into the rack. I've secured all this money. This is profit. Remember, this is a low budget. You're not going to go crazy pressing too much. Get some money back into your rack first, and then you can start pressing. All right, here we go. And there's a 6. That's perfect. All right, the 5-1. So you have options. What do you want to do? Do you want to do a single press or do you want to do a full press? Okay, remember, it'll pay you 14. Okay. Yeah, this you could do a single press to make it go back to $18, and you're still collecting some money, just like that. Or if you really wanted, like I said a while ago with bubble craps, if you want to put some money in the field, now this you can't. You have to do it at least a $5 level. If it's a $5 table, you have to do whatever the minimum bet is on the field. You have to play the minimum bet. And bubble craps is typically much lower, so you can do whatever bet you want to, depending on what that table minimum is on that bubble craps machine. All right, here we go. Let's keep it going. And that's going to be the hard 4, the 2-2, no help to me. And there's another, how about that? The Big Joe, 3-1-4. And there's a Yo 11, that is what, 3 or 4 field numbers in a row. And there's another Yo 11, how about that? Check this out. Come on, shooter, hit the insides. And that is going to be, it's going to roll to a 4-3-7. There we go. The 4-3-7, so we will lose these, right? Remember, anything, the bets here, we'll lose on a 7. Okay, let's pull these back to the rack. And let's turn the puck off and let's get another point established. It's okay, no harm, right? Because we collected on everything there, which is definitely good. That's going to be a 4-2-6. Let's mark the point on the 6. Drop down another 66 on the inside. So 50, 65, 66. And all these bets will come back to the dealer and say, please place me at 66 inside. So again, remember, that's going to be $15 levels on everything. And of course, $18 on the 6 and 8. All right, just like that. Mark the point on the 6. That is our point, and we're ready to keep rolling this thing. And that's going to be the square pair, the hard 8. That's great. Okay. Put that back into the rack, just like that. Give her collect, and then press. And there's another 8. Perfect. Remember, we've already collected that one. Let's press it on up, okay? That'll pay me 15 for 1. Let's call it 14, actually. Let's call it 14 here. Let's go up, just because we haven't really collected a lot, let's just go up 1 unit. Put this back into the rack, and I probably need to get some exchange in here in just a minute. Put that into the rack, and press it up 1 unit. Now it's a $24 bet, and I never regressed. My gosh, I never freaking regressed. Dang, 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 double dang, dang. You know what? I actually just realized, now it is a 7, but I just realized that I did not regress my bet. Yeah, so I paid myself like I did it. Like I paid myself the bet, which is a $14 bet, but I never regressed it back down like I should have. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to go ahead. Gosh, I hate even doing this, right? You hate doing this, but I'm going to do it anyways. I should have regressed that thing a while ago. That would be at $12. Now this is all going to come back to the rack. Good gosh. You know what? That's me just kind of getting ahead of myself. Kind of going a little faster than I probably needed to. But here we are. We're at $12. Now remember, now that's a 7. So all this is going to be a loss, okay? Let's pull all this back. And let's see if we can get it right the second time, right? Second time around, let's see how we do. Let's turn the puck off. And let's do it again. Here we go, shooter. All right, that's going to be the 5-1-6. Let's mark the point on the 6. Drop down another 66 on the inside. Okay, just like that. And let's try it again. Again, we are going to draw it down this time. Try to see if I can remember to draw it down. It's going to be 15. 15. That's 15 and 15. All right, perfect. There we go. Again, let's hit the first hit, and then let's draw it down. All right, that is going to be a 7. That is no drawdown whatsoever. Remember, that is your risk. Your risk is you do not get an inside hit. You've set your money out there. In this case, it is a $66 loss. That is part of the game, guys. That is craps in its finest, okay? It's called a PSO is what that's called. Let's go ahead and drop down. Let's get another point established. It's going to be another 6-1-7. That is a come-out winner. Remember, so in my systems, I do not typically play the pass line, or I don't play the don't pass. The reason is I'd rather put all that money up here in the box numbers. And because remember, on a pass line or a don't pass, you're getting flat, even odds. So you're not getting paid true payouts. That's why I typically do not play those bets up top. All right, it's going to be on the 9, or pay the pass line. It's going to be on the 9. Let's mark the point on the 9. Drop down to another 66. Let's see if we can grab some reds here, right? So 66, that's 15. There, and there. Okay. We can grab some whites too. Might as well, right? That's going to be 3 and 3. Just like that. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's try to see if we can do this draw down. Here we go. I'm going to shoot her. And that's a 5, the 3, the 2, the 5. I only need one hit, and that is my hit that I need. That's going to pay me $21. Remember, I'm going to draw this thing down. Something I didn't do last time, right? So here we go. Draw it down. These bets are going to come back to my rack. Now I will get paid. I have $44 in my rack. I got $44 invested. I got $43 back in my rack. And let's shoot this thing out. Let's go. That's going to be the hard 10, guys. This girl's best friend. And that's going to be the 415. Okay, perfect. Remember, I'm going to just go ahead and take it. It's going to pay me 15 for 1. I'm going to take this back to my rack. The first hit on the 5. Okay, goes back to my rack. There's a 549. That's the point. Okay, all right, that's going to pay me, again, 15 for 1. The real payment is 14. 15 for 1. I am going to turn the puck off. That is the point. And let's keep this thing going. Let's go. And that's going to be back on the 9, 5-4. Remember, we do not work our bets on the come out. We let that, we let the 7s resolve on the come out. If you can, keep your bets off, okay, when they on the come out roll. That's going to be the 5-3-8, okay. We have not collected on the 8 yet. Let's call it $14. Okay. This is all coming back to my rack. All right, let's keep it going. And there's the 3-1-4, Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. No help to me. And there's the 9. We've hit the point again. All right, perfect. Now, that is going to pay me 15 for 1. I've already collected on the 9. So I'm going to go, you can go up straight up to a $25 bet. Let's go ahead and do that. Be a little bit more aggressive here. Go to a $25 bet. Let's turn the puck off. That was our point. Remember, our bets are off. And that's a 1, 2, 3, Craps 3. No help to me. And there's back on the 9. We've had nothing but points on the 9. We'll take it, okay? So on the 9, let's go. And that's the 5-2-7, the big one you do not want to see. That's okay. Got a little bit of collection out of it. Not too bad. Pull these bets back. And let's do it for another shooter. Here we go. Let's turn the puck off. Come on, shooter. 5-4-9. The 9 is hot. The 9 is hot. Go 66. Let's go ahead and grab these bets here. And it is on the 9. Just easier. 3, 3, 3, and 3. All right. Let's grab some white chips. Should be 6 of them. So we're going to go 3 and 3. Perfect. All right, we're ready to roll. Let's go, shooter. 9 is the point. This could be 3-1 for Big Joe. No help. Again, this is a very, very small system. Hitting the darn chips going across. And guess what happens when you hit the chips? This will be a 6-1-7. Good gosh, we did not get a hit. That's what happens. Guys, that's why I don't like playing the pass line, too. When you got chips right there and it hits the chips, man, 90% of the time it's going to hit them chips and go to a 7. Okay. I'm going to say if it's 90%, but that seems like the way it works out sometimes. All right, we're going to get another point established. Here we go. All right, it's going to be the 4-2-6, easy 6. Mark the point on the 6. Let's go ahead and drop down another 66 on the inside. And here we go. There. What do you think about this low budget one-hit drawdown? That's all it is. One hit. That's all you need. If you get that inside hit, all depends on if you get it or not, right? Here we go. And that's going to be the hard 6 this time, Dice Dejan. Okay, it's perfect. That's going to pay me 21. Okay. Remember, I'm going to draw it down. Everything here goes down to now it goes down to a $44 on the inside. I got $43 coming back to my rack. And now I am ready to roll. That is the point. I'm going to turn it off. Come on, shooter. That is a 4-3-7, which is why I tell you, do not work the come out roll. You have a lot of risk there. You know, might as well have that little bit of grace period while the puck is off, right? It's going to be back on the 9, the 5-4 center field. All right, let's go, shooter. Here we go. And a 5-2-7. That doesn't help me out at all. We did not collect anything here. That's why you have to make sure you collect when you can. Make sure you go ahead and collect some of those bets, right? All right, here we go. Let's try this out for 1 or 2 more. Here we go. Let's get another point established. And it's going to be on the 8, 6-2. Okay, mark the point on the 8. Drop in another 66 on the inside. It's there, and there. All right. 3 there. And 3 there. All right, we're ready to roll. The point is on the 8. Looking for an inside hit. That's a 9. That'll work. Center field, 6-3. Okay, that'll pay me $21. Again, I'm going to draw them down. Okay. Minimize our risk. Okay. So this is all coming back. And ready to roll. Perfect. Now I'm looking for some inside bets here. Start collecting, right? There's a 10 down there on the end. Big Ben. No help. And there's an 8. All right, perfect. That is our point. Now that will pay me $14. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna collect it. Remember, you gotta collect some of these bets coming back to your rack. Turn the puck off. Started with $500. It's a low budget system. Really easy. Nice regression. It's on the 8 again. Mark the point on the 8. Straighten this up a little bit. And that is going to be the 527. Good gosh. You know what? That's how it is, guys. The 7 is a mighty. Remember, it is the most common, in case you didn't realize this, the 7 is the most common number to roll on the dice, which is why you are never in the favor, right? Ever. It is going to come soon. Let's do it one more time. One more shot here and see how we do. Call it a 66 on the inside. And let's roll this thing out one last time. I guess I get a point first. I'll go and set them up. Puck is off. Here, and there. Remember, our bets are off. I just kind of dropped down a little bit early. Our bets are off, though. Here we go. And it's going to be back on the 9. I think the 9 has been the point, either the 9 or 8, almost every single time. Okay, our bets are working now. Here we go. And that's going to be a 10 down there on the end. Big Ben. And there's a 3-1-4. We turn the dice upside down. 3-1. And there's another 4. How about that? Big Joe. Come on. And there's a hard 4. My gosh. If I was flipping my 4s and 10s right now, it'd be ridiculous. And there's a 9. Okay, back on the point. Perfect. That's going to pay me $21. Okay. Again, I will draw these bets down. Okay, I'll make them look like 44 on the inside. All this is coming back to my rack. Not a bad way to play. All right, here we go. Come on, shooter. The puck is off. That was the point. Okay. This could be on the 6 this time. My camera cut off. It was a 4-2-6. Let's mark the point on the 6. And here we go. And that's going to be a 10. 6-4-10. Okay. No help. And there's a 5. Perfect. All right, we're going to collect that one. Make it 21 or make it $14. We'll call it 15 for 1 just to make it a little bit easier. 15 for 1. Just go back into the rack. All right. And there's another 10. 4s and 10s are turning on me, right? And there's another 6. All right, that's the point. It's going to pay me, call it, again, 15 for 1. A little bit easier to pay it out that way. And then we'll start pressing these things up. All right, it's going to be on the 9. All right, mark the point on the 9. Come on, shooter. Let's go. About to go home. And now we are going home. That is a 4-3-7. Gosh. Okay, let's turn the puck off. We will lose these bets. Okay. Yeah, let's see how we did. Again, started with $500. Low budget, low risk. Let's see how we end up doing here. Let's move all this to the side. Started with $500. Okay. And let's see what we did here. That's 1. That's 2. That's going to be 300. So you can definitely tell we're down. Oh, we are down a little bit here. But again, I told you that is part of craps, right? Low budget, low risk. 1, 2, 3. That is 325. That's 350, 360, 370, 375, $379. So what was that? 121 bucks. So we lost 121 bucks. Again, you're not going to win every time at craps, guys. Every system does not work every time. So let's just call a spade here. If you did enjoy this low budget system, let me know in the comment section. This time it did not work out for us, but it is a low risk strategy. You're not going to go out there and lose a lot of money real fast. But if you don't hit an inside bet, you will 100% lose money. All right, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this content. I do roll out systems all the time, every single week. If you do like this content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Do me a favor, hit a like button for me. I appreciate it. Until next time, mark the point and stay awesome.